So what we've got here is a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle, really. However, it is worth fixing because this is a brand name. So you can see there, Anglepoise Lamp. So, judging by the symbols on that sticker, I would say, yeah, sort of late 70s. On your earlier models, these were brass and metal, and I think they switched to using plastic around about the late 70s, 1977, that sort of time. There are broadly two problems with this. The first one is that this came without that piece that goes on the end there. So we've got the insides, and we've got the screw that goes on the back of there, but I don't have this piece. So this is not Bakelite, it's actually tough plastic, so it must have been either somebody bought it to repair it, or I don't know, I'm not sure what's going on there, because the plastic piece at the back there does look original. Well, look what's arrived in the post. The other problem with this lamp is that this is a twin core, and when you've got a metal based appliance like this, you're supposed to have a tri-core, and you're supposed to have what they call a ground wire or an earth wire, and this doesn't have it. Yeah, it's constructed in quite a safe way. I mean, it's not an unsafe device, but you're really supposed to have it. Okay, so with my very old-fashioned screwdriver, I'm now going to take the plug off. So this hasn't been wired for a very long time, so we just take it all apart and just make sure that everything looks right. Okay, so right, so if I go from the brown wire at the end of the lamp to the brown wire at this end of the lamp, now I get a good beep. To the blue wire there should be nothing, which is a good indication the insulation is okay. And then the blue to the blue. Right, so we are okay there. So what I need to do now is just go between the blue and the frame. Yep, I think we're okay with that. And aliven the frame. I think we're okay with that. We'll test this again just before we put it back together. So I'll put the neutral wire through. So I'm going to wire that to here, one side of this. And I think I might just clip that down a little. Well, maybe not. I don't know, it's probably alright actually. No, it's okay. I thought it might be too long, but it's okay. Alright, so that goes onto there. And then I think we've got to put that through that. Yeah, we've got to put that through that, I think. And then the whole assembly has to go inside the lampshade, but I'm not going to do that because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. So there you go. So See, right, so here we have a problem because this goes on here. So on the original one, you can see there's two slots, and those two pieces there go on the two slots to stop it rotating. And we don't have it on this, so I'm going to have to solve that somehow. I'm thinking about it. Don't worry, I am thinking about it. So I think that we need to do something like that going into there through that, because we don't need that cable grip on the back, but that isn't long enough. So what I'm going to do is cut the cable grip off and then flip it round, because it's the same thread, and the thread off the old one, it does sort of fit, but it's not quite right, it's a bit too tight, so I'm not going to use the old one. So what I've just cut off there is the strain relief, but obviously the strain relief on this lamp is down near the base, and I'll show you it later, but so we don't actually need that. So we go through. Alright, so I'm going to have to solve the spinning problem. I'm not quite sure how to do that at the moment. We'll get there. So that is going in okay. We're going to have to tighten that up. So then my blue wire from here, crikey. Right, my blue wire from here is going to go through here, and the other one goes to the switch, and then there's a live wire which goes through here, which also goes back to the switch. So I might have to take some of this insulation off if I'm going to room for it. So this is wired safely, but in modern parlance you are supposed to have an earthing line. If you have a metal cased object which has the mains going to it. So right, so that's my two wires going to the bulb, and it's screwed on the back of there, and the way to tighten it I guess is to pull the wires through, and that should sit quite nicely like that. And then this is an E27, so it's not very authentic. It would have been a bayonet type back in the day, I think. So the switch does not have a blue because you are making or breaking the live. Okay, so that's the reason why it's like that. So this is going to have to be redone again because I've got to get it inside the shade, but just try and get it to work. Not the best, eh? And that is all we've got to hold that on with. So there should be a nut that goes over the end of this, but we don't have it, I'm afraid. I don't know why. It was missing the other part of the jigsaw that was missing. I don't think that's it. Oh, it is. Oh no, that does work. Ah, right. So we do have the nut. Switch seems to work. So I'm going to quickly check that that does actually work. Right, so the live wire, and then we need to connect to the live there. And then pull the switch. Maybe I'm on the wrong one. Right. Not happening. Not happening. Oh, better investigate that then. So, the switch should normally be off, I think, until you push the terminals. We may have a dead switch there, folks. Wow. Right, dead switch. Right, a little switch. So back in the 70s, they used to make these fairly simple. So I'm just going to try to see if that's springy enough to come back off. Oh yeah, I think that'll come off, don't you? Yep. Right, let's have a little investigate. Okay, so we have a spring mechanism at the top there, which kind of looks alright. Doesn't look like it's bad or anything. That holds the thing on. And then we've got, this is the switch contact, which I was thinking might be really corroded, but it's actually alright. Doesn't want to go upside down, does it? Come on. And then we've got these, which are the terminals. So interestingly, they are not connected to the lugs here. They're just loose. I don't think that's the problem, but it might be. So we've got these lugs that come out. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to polish it all up and just see if it's clean it all, see if we can just improve the connectivity of it. Okay, so this is upside down. There is a small amount of wear on it, but it doesn't look like there's a lot. Not to me anyway. Never wrong there, but so this is one of those switches where you click it and it spins the contacts. So I'm kind of guessing that got two tabs at the back. They can't go at the front because of the two screws. So it must be that way around, I think. Right, nice to put the clip on. So this is the reason why I didn't show you this whole thing earlier this way, because once you put the wires inside of this lamp top, you can't see anything. So there's a cable cleat going to go in there, so I'm going to have to stick my hand inside here and get that fixed on. So I'm not going to show you that because you can't really see anything. So here we are, the switch wired with our new thingamy dingamy. I've still got to stop this from spinning yet. I haven't quite worked out what to do yet, but I will do. And this now goes into the abyss. Right, after some difficulties with this, eventually worked out what was going on. And we've finally got that on. That switch actually goes in the back of the light, which is kind of interesting. So, looking at the orientation, I would say it's definitely that way. So yeah, about there I think. So fortunately the clip was actually on it. They hadn't pushed, people who took it apart hadn't lost it. It's actually still there. That's sort of live, and then that's our neutral. It doesn't go across, so if I switch it off and then check the live, get nothing. Switch it on. Yep, switch is working. Right. So let's check, make sure you haven't got any nasties. I'll turn the thing on and just check it again, just make sure. Nothing. Ah, there we go. So that's messed up the camera's exposure. I didn't have the ball in far enough. Good job! So there you go, that's our original Anglepoise lamp from about 1977 or so. Has been rewired and is now working. And it's an interesting little lamp actually. It's got some great positions on it. I would keep it, but I need a different kind of lamp, so I don't think I'm going to do that.